Hi guys, so this is my video of me working on the shadow box that I was working on over Thanksgiving break. Here you will see that I am attempting to put in some dried flowers. These are dried flowers from my mother's service that I had dried and kept, and I was like, oh, I'm going to use these. This will be perfect for the shadow box. And I used Mod Podge, which is probably the absolutely wrong thing to do, but true to form, even when I uh, make a big mistake, I just like go with it, and I'm digging my heels in and just gluing and putting flowers in here. Um, so yeah, that's what I was doing there, just gluing and gluing and gluing. I'm like, this is gonna work out. This is fine. What could possibly go wrong? Lots of things actually went wrong with this, including petals, being pulled off. And so you can see I'm trying very hard to not brush too rough on these petals because they were falling off. And I'm just hoping for the best. This is me crafting. I'm doing it and I'm just hoping for the best here. So, yeah, that is my first attempt of putting dried flowers into crafts, and I don't think I would use Mod Podge again. I'm probably going to have to, if I want to keep using dried flowers, research the appropriate medium to use for gluing and sealing up dried flowers, because it wasn't this. But I just pushed through. I made it work. Pushed through. And then I had this really bright idea that I was going to use this like embossing powder to seal it. Oh my god, this was such a huge mistake. This was terrible. This made a huge mess. And it was like, what was I thinking? Heat gun would be involved, and I don't know what I'm doing because I just make stuff up as I go. And do you think that I Googled anything prior to doing this? No, of course not. I just jumped in. I was like, this looks like something I could use to seal these flowers, and I didn't bother to research like how to use it properly, or if it's okay to use on actual organic material, or if I should mix it with Mod Podge. I didn't do any of that. I just poured it on there and I was like, let's see what happens. And so here I am thinking that my idea is brilliant and that I'm going to have this beautiful glossy kind of encasement for my flowers, and struggling to get my heat gun set up. Okay, now we are going to heat gun this. And it starts off okay because, it's not directly on the flower. I'm starting off in the corner there. Oh, look at that, it's working. And here I am being very excited that it seems to be working, and this is not a bad idea at all. Oh, I'm just spraying it everywhere. I just got it everywhere. Okay, gotta be soft and gentle with the heat gun here. I obviously put way too much of that embossing powder in there and didn't and didn't shake it out, which was really ridiculous and in hindsight not a good idea. Okay, so here's after making a huge mess and realizing that I regretted all my decisions from this point forward. But okay, I'm digging my heels in because I've already started this. I'm gonna do it some more. It doesn't look great, but it's working enough. It's good enough. Okay. Oh, this is me playing with fire. So I tried to do the Mod Podge with the napkin. Ooh, big fire. Okay. And as you can see, I'm having a good time because anytime I play with fire, I have a lot of fun with that. That's my favorite thing to do. Play with fire. Be dangerous. Live on the wild side. I'm burning the edges to try and get a nice clean edge, and that is not working at all. I did a terrible job Mod Podging this. It's really grungy and wrinkled, and there it is. So that was a napkin my mom had in her stash that I Mod Podged because I wanted to try that out. And so that's what I did, and I lit it on fire, and I had fun. Okay, now I'm playing with more fire. I'm getting ready to play with more fire and wax this time. These are the candles. Right now I am sealing up some little jars. I made these kind of like elixir looking bottles. I had put in water and some ink, black ink, and then I mixed in some Pearl-Ex, and so it gives this like illusion of like potion elixir bottle, and I am sealing it with wax, and I am making a huge mess. Do you think that I put any kind of paper or protection down on my desk before I made this mess? No, I did not. I just jumped in there. I was like, let's do it. Okay, so I didn't film a lot of the process of what I was doing because I was just making huge messes. So here I have made quite a bit of progress in the box, and now I'm doing some finishing touches, and I am getting my glue gun ready and making another huge mess with strings of glue everywhere that I can't get off my hand. I'm trying to throw it on the floor. Oh no, I'm tangled. Oh boy, what a mess. Okay, I can do this. I believe in me. Yes, we can do this. You got it. It's okay. Just keep going. Don't give up. Okay. All right, now that you got a handle on the glue gun, you can do what you need to do. Okay, so now I'm gluing in some more dried flowers. These again are dried flowers that I saved from my mother's service, and for these roses in particular, I dipped, again, I don't know if this was the correct thing to do. I just did it. I dipped them in like a watery Mod Podge mixture and let them soak and dry so that they're not so brittle. So as you can see, I can handle them a little more roughly than you would with a non-treated dry flower, which would be brittle and break. And here I am with this bird that I spent a great deal of time trying to emboss and make thick, and I made a huge mess, and I just ended up peeling it off, the embossing powder off. And now I'm deciding to use this like foam paper to just give it a little more balance. Oh, I don't know where my scissors went. Yeah, because, oh, yay, I found scissors. Good for me. So, yeah, I just wanted to give it some more strength because I'm going to glue it onto the box, and I don't want it to be so fragile just as paper. So I'm cutting around it, going to glue it onto my box here in a minute. And I had a lot of fun making this shadow box, actually. It was really just like finding all the little knickknacks that my mom had and just being like, oh, that's cool, I'm going to use that. Oh, this is cool, I'm going to use that. There, I'm going to put the bird right there. I like it. Maybe, maybe not. Can't make decisions. Look at me debating about how to glue a bird down. Oh, I decided that I don't like how the box looks without there needs to be something extra. I gotta be extra. What am I gonna be extra with? Okay, go look for some extra stuff. What did I find? I don't know. I should have edited this part out of the video. I didn't realize it was still in there. The wandering off and coming back with something. But I already did the voiceover, so I don't really want to edit. Maybe I can. I don't know. We'll leave it. Oh, look, I found butterflies. Yay! Okay, so this was part of a pre-made card my mom had in her little box. I just like went and looked through some stuff, and then I was like, well, this is bent, so I'm just going to cut out these butterflies, and I'm going to glue them in there. Yeah, that's what it needed. It needed some butterflies. There we go. Look at me go, just crafting up a storm, just making messes, just not planning anything, just going with the flow, just vibing with some butterflies. Yeah, I like butterflies. Let's stick it there. That sounds good. Okay. All right, now for the bird. All right. final touches. I'm finally gonna commit to gluing this bird down. Okay, there we go. Look at me using a glue gun. Yeah, I didn't even burn my finger that time. I'm so proud of myself. Okay, this is my finished shadow box that I have made with the odds and ends around here. So in here, these were dried flowers I had kept from the flowers people had sent after my mother passed. And then my mom had this in her box of goodies. She had some of this in her box of goodies. These are the little jars of Pearlix and water and ink that I made. And I just covered them with wax. And then this was a little jar of some stone crystals, and I just glued it so it looks like it's falling out. And this is amethyst that I had here. And I found these peacock feathers in the box of goodies my mom had, and I think I just showed these butterflies were on a pre-made card that had kind of got bent anyway, so I decided to use them in here. And this bird was just in the box of goodies she had. This sticker was actually one that I stole from a destash box, so I'll give you something else in that box. This is a jar I use for intentions. I use it pretty frequently, so that's why it kind of looks a little grungy, and I'm gonna do an intentions here in a minute. And then this charm was just like a bizarre charm I found in my mom's box, and that is my attempt at doing that decoupage with a napkin, and that was a napkin my mom had saved. And I actually really like how grungy this turned out. This is very much my style, like kind of grungy, kind of focused on nature. These are the candles that I use to seal up there, and I just thought they looked good all melted like that. And then there's a tag I found in my mom's box. Again, these are dried flowers from her service that I kept, and I kind of just soaked them in, I don't know if that's the right thing to do, but I soaked them in a watery Mod Podge so that they're a little stronger, like they're not gonna flake and you know, break off as dried flowers really do over time. It worked out. I mean, yeah. I just glued those in there, and that's how it looks. I think I really like this. Yeah, that's my first shadow box. Okay. Create, be kind, and have fun, guys. Talk to you soon.